Hello Forensics Nation, my name is Austin McWilliams from 3P Speech, and I'm coming to you today with some updates for 3P Nationals, which is only about a week away at this point. Over the past couple of weeks we've got some questions about 3P Nationals, and so we figured that we would go and put it out here in a video, as well as put all of these, plus some, on a new page, the 3P Nationals FAQ page, which you can find in the links down below. And I'm going to take off my jacket right now because it is really hot in here. Alright, so let's talk about 3P Nationals. Most of you have already watched the video about 3P Nationals / Interp Insanity. So it should be like right there. And that has informed you a little bit about 3P Nationals. If you're not already voting for Interp Insanity, by the way, you probably should be doing so, nonetheless. If you want to go and take a look at that video, you can click either on the picture right there or on my nose right here. We're going to call this video the Quicky Q&A. I think it'll work. Yeah, sure, let's go with it. So, first question. What do I have to do to register? Pretty simple. There are 3 steps. Record, upload, and register. Record, upload, register. With recording, you can record anywhere you want, whether that is a classroom, a bedroom, your living room, wherever you want to do, you essentially get the opportunity to record wherever you feel comfortable. And while we did originally say that you had to have 2 people watching your performance, we have since changed that, and now you just get to perform it on your own. Additionally, you are suggested to wear a suit and tie or general performance attire. You don't have to do it, necessarily, if you want to be in your jeans and your tank top, but we would highly suggest that you do so just like you would for any other tournament. So after you have recorded in your room of choice, in your attire of choice, you then upload it to YouTube. From there, you will set it to public or unlisted. So public, meaning that you want all your friends to see it. Unlisted, meaning that only you want us to see it until the time in which you think that you should show your friends. And then finally, register for the tournament at 3pspeech.com, giving things like your name, your high school, the links of your YouTube performance, whether you've worked with a coach from 3P, so they don't become your judge, etc., etc., etc. So you have to record, upload, and register. Pretty simple. Next question that we have been frequently asked is, what do I get by registering? And in going with the group of 3, we're going to have 3 different things that you get by entering. You get constructive feedback, you get trophies, and you get scholarship money to potentially a 3P Speech boot camp over the summer. So first is feedback. And in terms of feedback, we are actually the first tournament that I know of to pay its judges. We wanted to have people get the top feedback possible, so we decided to go and get the best judges and performers possible and make it so that they are compensated well for their time. So there will be no more of that, good job, I liked your performance, 6. You are going to get the greatest feedback that you can from some of the greatest performers of the last 5 to even 10 years. We understand that bad ballots are probably one of the most annoying things in forensics, and so therefore we want to make sure that that didn't happen, so we got you the greatest feedback possible. Hashtag boom. Yeah. And secondly, we'll match these 2 together with trophies and scholarships. You get prizes for entering. So in terms of trophies, the top 6 in each event will get a trophy, and in terms of scholarship money, the top 3 non-senior finalists will go and get scholarship money for 3P Speech Bootcamp performances. And for those of you who do not know what 3P Speech Bootcamp is, it's essentially the alternative that 3P Speech gives to, instead of going away to camp, you get to sleep in your own bed and eat your own food and work with the 3P Speech coach of your choice to make a BAMF speech or performance. Oh, and it costs like half the amount to go to camp too. So even less money and even more one-on-one time. I think it's a pretty good deal, but maybe I'm just a little bit biased. Hashtag plugging that. Alright, so the next question that we have is, how does balloting work exactly? What is Use Podium? So the great thing about Use Podium is that it has time-sensitive comments. What does that mean exactly? So it's like, when on a ballot it says, oh, you moved your hand awkwardly there. And you're kind of like, where in my 10-minute speech did I move my hand awkwardly? Podium takes that away by making it so that the exact time that the judge wrote it, at that exact time you will see that comment lit up. So if he goes and says, you moved your hand awkwardly at 5 minutes and 20 seconds, it will say at 5 minutes 20 seconds, you moved your hand awkwardly. You'll see that comment. So in the end, with your ballot, you will get all of them together. And so side by side, in a moment, for a scene, you can see what Natalie Sintek thought of your scene, and what Juan De La Cruz thought of your scene, and what James Doyle thought of your scene. And you can see those all side by side. So none of them are going to see what they're writing, but then when you get it back, you get to see all the comments together in one place. We're super, super, super excited about this, and we're excited to bring this to you, the people of the Forensics Nation, as an opportunity for you to grow in your performance. The next question we have is, how do the final rounds work, and when are the final rounds? First off, the final rounds are going to be the last 3 days of the tournament. So April 18th through the 20th is when we are scheduling right now to have final round balloting. Final rounds will be judged both by audience judges and 3P pool judges. What does that mean? Well, we'll go over both audience judging and pool judging. In this tournament, we are going to have the audience, you, go and make a ballot. And that overall ballot, the average of all the votes, will count as one ballot for that final round. And the next part is the coolest part, because 3P judging, you will have for a final round at least 3 judges. What we mean by that is that we will be paying 3 judges to be your final round judge. However, the rest of the pool, the 10 to 15 others that might want to judge, have the opportunity to cast a ballot that is equal in weight to the other judges. So, while you are in HI, you might have Bailey Norton, Nina Grolman, and Natalie Sintek judging your final round. You could also potentially have another 9 people go and cast a ballot and give you judging critique and feedback. So potentially for a final round, you could actually get a real NFL-like final round with about 10 to 15 judges. And of course, we will be keeping all the final rounds on YouTube unless someone specifies that we do not, and then of course we will take it down and not have it available. But for the most part, you will have all those final rounds available for you to watch over and over again for the rest of time. Unless, again, someone doesn't want it for nationals purposes or something. Then in that case, we'll take it off. Great. All right, so now we have smaller, quicker questions. So the first one is, how much does 3P Nationals cost? And the cost depends on how many events you enter into / how many of your friends from your school you can get to enter as well. So because if you enter into one event, it will cost about $45. But if you enter into multiple events or you get your teammates involved, you can knock it down to about $25 per entry, which if you do math, that's about 40% off or $20. So the point is, enter as many events as possible with as many friends as possible. Cool. The next question, will we know if and when we broke? And the short answer is yes, you will. Just like any other normal tournament, we will be posting, as soon as we get all the ballots in, we'll be posting who broke, who's the judges, etc., etc. If you want to go and find out who broke, you will need to follow us either on Facebook or on Twitter, because that's where we will be making all of our big announcements during this 2-week period. When will ballots be returned? Well, actually, you will be able to see your ballots live. So, as people are judging throughout the week, you will be able to see potentially if they have judged you at that time or not. So, presumably, if you are in a final round, you will have all the ballots back to you by the end of the tournament. And if you did not break, then you will have the ballots back by the end of the first week of the tournament. As of right now, that's the questions that we've gotten asked. If you have any more questions, feel free to email us at info@3pspeech.com or check out our new FAQ page. The link will be down below. So for those of you who want to go to Nationals and want to get some feedback from some of the best, you can go and do that. Or if you didn't get to go to Nationals, you can see how you would compare to others who are probably going to be going to Nationals and see whether you had what it took if you had been there to go and be competitive. So take your iPhone, borrow a friend's iPhone, borrow someone's virtual camera, get a camcorder, get anything you want to, record yourself, upload it. We will look at it. We will give great feedback. We're super excited about this. And you know we do all of this because we really just want to help. So we hope that you guys have enjoyed and found this informational session to be generally helpful. And if you have any more questions, feel free again to look at the new FAQ page or go and email us at info@3pspeech.com. Thank you very much, and looking forward to seeing your lovely entries in our tournament in a little over a week. Peace out, Cub Scout.